Welcome, everyone. We're going to be getting started in just a minute. Welcome to How to Write Your Life Story. This is Arena Elamine. I know you can't see me at the moment. I'm going to be coming on camera in just a second, but I just want to make sure that everything is working on the tech side. So you should be able to hear me. Um, let's make sure the chat is going. Hey, everybody. No, I can't see you. I can't see you. You can see me, but I can't see you. So you don't have to worry about me being able to see you. When we come to Q&A though, if there are any questions that you have, you can drop those into the chat and I'll be able to answer any questions that you have. So don't worry, you're not on camera. I can't see you. Hey, Marty from Texas. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Miss Lee, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. We're going to be getting started in just a couple of minutes. So I'm excited to have you all here because we are on a movement, you all. We are building a movement. I have a couple of announcements for those of you who are new to me, those of you who have been here for a little while. Maybe this might be the several times that you've taken this. I don't know yet. We'll see who's in the room. But our movement around capturing stories is growing, and I'm super excited about that. So let me put this on silent. It's funny that you always have people starting to call you and such when you're doing something, right? You can be not doing anything, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you start engaging and putting your energy somewhere else, everything wants to start coming through. And it's funny because that also happens when you start a creative project. So I always tell my students, when you start doing something and you think, oh, this is the perfect time, the kids are over there, they're doing this, they're doing that, this is the perfect time. What you often find is that life will start lifing and life will try to pull you into a different direction. So it comes in with this life story work too. Okay, Latanya, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so we're gonna get through as much as I can. And then Miss Latanya Anderson, if you have to jump off, then hopefully you'll be able to catch the rest of it later. But we have a couple of special things for those who are here with us here live. Welcome, everybody. My name is Zarina Elamine. I am the founder of the Legacy Story Keepers, and this is How to Write Your Life Story. So we're going to get started in about 90 seconds. Those of you who are here, share it out with a friend. Michelle, if you have the link, the easy webinar link, let me actually just grab it real quick, and then I'm going to drop it into the chat. You all, if you know someone else that should be here with us, drive them over to join us. Okay, drive them over to join us. All right. All right. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Now let's see who we have in the room. I'm here in Detroit, Michigan. I already saw Tennessee. Latanya is from Tennessee. I see Marty is from Texas. Gitu, where are you from? Gitu, let me know how to pronounce it. Sister Akua, welcome, welcome, welcome to Gambia. Now, Sister Akua, you know my love. So Sister Akua is already in our Legacy Story Keepers program, and she is with us. So this is going to be a refresher for you because you've come through this before. But if you hear something that piques your interest or it helps you move forward, let's go with it. Marilyn Alicia Lee, welcome, welcome. New York, LA, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, you all. So you all know what we're here for, right? Everybody knows where they are? We're here to talk about writing our life stories. All right. We're here to talk about capturing our knowledge, capturing our history, capturing our lived experiences, and putting those down onto paper for future generations, right? So, whether you are looking to publish your story in book format or not is not so much of importance right now. And the reason I say this is because sometimes I get people asking me questions about book covers and all of those things. And you don't need to go there yet. You need to stay focused on what this is about, which is on writing the life story, right? Writing the life story. Okay. All right. So again, my name is Zarina Elamine. Welcome to our Legacy Story Keepers masterclass info session where we're going to share with you about writing the life story and also how you can get support for those of you who want to write your life story. All right. All right. So let's jump on into it. Now, first thing I want you all to do is I want to play a game. Now, let's imagine we're on Family Feud and I am Steve Harvey, right? So we're going to pretend a survey went out. Well, actually, indeed, a survey did go out and it asked people to name something that is one of their biggest regrets. All right. So I want you all put it into the chat right now. Name something that you think people said is one of their biggest regrets in life. All right. Name something that people said is one of their biggest regrets in life. What do you all think that was? Not finishing college, that definitely was maybe on the list, but it wasn't number one. It was not number one. Think about your own. Are there any things in your life that you wish you had done? Any regrets that you have, right? Any regrets that you have. So, ding, 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 ding. The number one question, you guys, was not asking elders more questions. That was the number one answer. Not asking elders more questions. Yes, Laura, my CT. What's up, Laura? We went to high school together, graduated 97. So many years ago. Yes, not asking their elders more questions. 76%, in fact, responded that not asking their more questions is one of their biggest regrets in life. How many of us are inside of that 76%? Is there anyone that you know that you wish you had asked more questions of? Anybody? Let's name them into the chat. Was it your grandmother that you wish you had asked more questions of? Was it one of your parents that you wish you had asked more questions of? Do you wish that maybe someone that you did not know in person, but you heard of, maybe an ancestor or someone else, you wish they had recorded their story? You wish that they had been asked more questions, right? So most of us are in that number where there is somebody, if we could go down and dig 6 feet in the ground, we would go down there and we would pull up some answers if we could, right? Yes, I see my grandmothers, my mom, my parents, my grandmother, my uncle, right? We all have someone that we wish we could have asked more questions of. Unfortunately, the way this world is designed, the way this life is designed, we can't go back in time. We can't go back to yesterday. We can't go back 5 years, 10 years, 20 years ago. We can only go forward from here. That's why you all making the decision to invest your time right now to be here, to talk about what we can record right now today. That is why this is so important. We can't go back, but we can move forward. So I commend you on being here today. That is your first win of the day. If you haven't done anything else or felt you had any wins yet, we like to celebrate our wins over here at Legacy Story Keepers. If you haven't done anything that you felt was a win yet, then know that you being right here, right now is indeed a win. All right. So now, how many of you all are new to me? If you're new to me, if this is your first time coming to any of my trainings or anything, put a newbie here in the chat. All right. If you're brand new, this is your first time, put a newbie in the chat. If you are a returning family member, then put family. If you've been here before, you are a part of my family. All right. So put family into the chat. So for those of you who are new to me, my name is Zarina Elamine. I am a cultural anthropologist. I'm a mother. I'm an author. I'm a book coach. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. And I am now, you all, a 2-time TEDx speaker. Just this past weekend, I had the privilege and honor of sharing about what we're talking here today, life story writing, recording the stories of our elders in particular on the TEDx stage in Central Michigan University. Beautiful academic space, beautiful campus, beautiful people, beautiful folks, all excited about you all raising your hand and saying, I care about the preservation of elder wisdom. I care about recording our stories now. So they're excited about this movement that we are building here. And so the video will be out soon, and I will definitely share that with you all. But this is a movement that we're building, right? This is a movement that we're building. And we're building this movement because what we have found is that there are so many of us that are allowing our stories to end up 6 feet in the ground. And we have been conditioned as a society to only focus on protecting what we can count, right? Write the will, get the bank account in order, get the trust, right? Get the deed for the house, all of that. That has been ingrained in us in a society to protect what we can count. That financial inheritance, we know we got to make sure that is done. That is definitely important. But our cultural inheritance, the stories, the wisdom, the knowledge, the lessons learned, we don't have the systems yet right now. It's not pervasive in our society. And so we're losing them every single day. We're losing our stories every single day. We're so focused on protecting what can actually be replaced. Money can be replaced. But like I told you, I can't go down and dig up anything from my great 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 grandmother, right? So this workshop today is about shifting our mindset. It is about reorientating us so that we do not focus solely on preserving what can be replaced, but we put effort into preserving and protecting what cannot. And our stories are a very important part of that. You all agree with me? Is everybody, you agree with me here? And that's, I think, why many of you all are here, right? We understand the importance of what it is that we're doing. Now, I have been in books for a long time, so I'm not a newbie to this. We have been publishing books since 2009. My self-publishing method, called the Book Power Method, has helped countless authors publish their own books, right? And now we're focused on these stories. So I want to tell you how this came about, because I am someone who has been extremely blessed throughout the years, right? I travel. I'm a cultural anthropologist by trade. I travel. I take women on group trips around the world, and I've been very blessed, right? But like all of us, life has also been lifing. And that really is how this entire movement, and why I'm so passionate about helping you all record the stories of yourselves and your loved ones. That is why this came about. So let me tell you, my mother, Dr. Cheryl Elamine, and I were in Senegal 2018 on one of the trips that I organized, right? We're there, we're going around the country, we're eating the food, Chebujen, we're going to Gorée Island, we're retracing the steps of our ancestors, we're beating on drums, we're doing all of the things, right? All of the things. Beautiful trip. Had an amazing time. But when we came back home, the next year, my mother started feeling ill, got checked out, discovered she had a rare form of cancer called neuroendocrine cancer. And within 1 year, my mother was gone. Senegal, West Africa, the motherland, drums, food. The next year, my mother was gone. What I learned is that even though I had memories, even though I had stories, even though I had all these things that I thought were going to be with me forever in my mind, like, my current memory is not permanent preservation. I started thinking about things I wish that I had asked my mother. I started having thoughts that come up that, like, dang, why didn't I get this? Dang, why didn't I ask that? Dang, why didn't I get this information? Right? All these things started coming up for me. And I realized that I missed my window of opportunity. My current memory is not permanent preservation. And so my children, her grandchildren, great, 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 great grandchildren that she will never meet do not know her in her own words because we did not record her story. Now, 3 years after losing my mother, my father passed. And when my father passed, it again shifted my whole world because I'm like, oh my God, the 2 libraries that are in my life have now gone up in flames. There's an African proverb that says, when an elder dies, a library burns. Have any of y'all heard that proverb before? If not, it's a powerful statement. When an elder dies, a library burns. So for me, I watched 2 of the most important institutions in my life, these libraries that were in my life. I watched them go up in flames and I realized that I had not checked out nearly enough books. So many unanswered questions, not just about who they were and how they lived their lives, but actually things that could have filled in my own understanding of myself. And with this new view of looking at the world with these stories, I realized that I live in a space of regret. I live in a space of I wish I did, I wish I coulda, I shoulda. But there are people who are alive right now that don't have to live in that space if they take action. And so that is why we are initiating the 100,000 Stories Project. Our mission is to help you all preserve your stories and the stories of those that you love, 100,000 stories by 2035. So imagine the library that we are accumulating story by story by story. And we're doing this because I understand the importance of our stories. And I understand that when we don't have them, what the cost of that is. So I want to know from you all today, whose story are you looking to write? You know, we talked earlier about who you wish had written. Some of you all said your mom, your grandmother, your uncle, right? But I'm going to change the question up for right now. I want to know right now, why are you here right now today? Are you going to be writing your life story or are you going to be writing the life story of someone that you love? Let me know in the chat. Who are you looking to record today? Not just wish, but who are you looking to record today? Is it your own story? Is it a parent? Is it a family elder? Is it a community member? Whose story are you looking to record right now? I'll see a lot of mine. My story. Yes, my dad's awesome, right? My own life story, beautiful. Okay. So what I'm going to be sharing with you today is how to take that desire, how to take that dream, how to take that wish, how to take that pull that pulls you to do it. I'm going to show you how to take that and turn it into reality. So that just like all my other people who sat exactly where you are right now with that hope and dream and wish, how they turn that into a tangible story that can be passed down. All right. That's what my goal is for today. Now, I got a lot to show you. I speak a little fast at times, and I realize that you may have questions while the presentation, while I'm teaching. Any questions you have, drop them into the chat box, okay? And I will make sure that I answer any of your questions here today. I'm also going to share with you how you can get assistance from my company, Legacy Story Keepers, going forward. We have academies and we have writing programs. I'm going to share some of those with you here today. All right. All right. So, excuse me. Let's get into it. Okay, so now we're talking about writing our life stories, right? We're talking about writing our life stories. And what I produced in order for us to do this is what I call the LIFE story keeping method, right? Our company is called Legacy Story Keepers, and we're writing life stories. So get it, Life, life. So I know my kids would have been like, "That's corny." Anyway, you get what I'm saying. It helps us to remember what it is that we're doing and also stay focused on the goal. I use a lot of word associations at times because my research has shown that that helps our brain. So, life story keeping method. Okay. This is what we're going to learn today. Now, L is where we lay the foundation for our life stories. Now, when we're writing a life story, we want to be able to put something that's going to be good down. I don't want a resume. I don't want a CV. I want meaning. A life story is not just a collection of bullet points. Something went down in my throat the wrong way. But did y'all hear me when I said that? A life story is not just a connection of bullet points, okay? It is a collection of what you have experienced and also the meaning. So, in order for us to get to that, we want to lay a solid foundation before we write any word. Okay. So, when I say lay a foundation, some of the things that I want you to take into account, I want you to clarify who is the story for. When I have an audience in mind, I know how to write for that audience. If I'm writing an academic paper for some professor, I know I need to write to that professor's desire. If I'm writing a life story for my children or future children or community members, I know that I want to write it in a way that they're going to be able to pick up what I'm putting down, right? So you want to be clear and clarify who is the story for, so that when you're writing, you don't slip into some type of academic speak and feel like you're going to be graded on this 10-page paper when this is all about you, your truth, your story. Okay. So you want to let go of the pressure to try to tell everything or tell it in a certain way, because that pressure is what stops a lot of people from actually even getting the life story done. They feel like they have to be Maya Angelou or someone, and then they start over psyching themselves out. And it's like, ooh, writing comes with a lot of anxiety for some people because they go back to school. But for you, writing your life story, you want to get clear on who the story is for, right? Who the story is for. And for those of you who may be feeling that, man, I'm not a celebrity, or who am I to write my life story? We're going to go back to what I opened with earlier. There's someone in your life that is not some celebrity or big name, and you wish they had written their life story. This is an obituary of my great grandfather, Joseph Deloney. And in many of our cultures, this is all we got left of our people. It's an obituary. And we hope that they had put some type of, background information in there. But this doesn't tell me anything about how he loved, what his dreams were, how he got through his rough times, none of that, right? But I wish that I had it. You don't know the name Joseph Deloney. It may mean nothing to you, but for me, it's everything. So do not undervalue yourself and your ordinary experiences thinking that you need to be some big name. Your story is valuable in and of itself, okay? In and of itself, which means that you want to come through and be yourself in the life story writing, not try to be somebody else, not try to use some big fancy words that you don't ever use in real life. You want to be yourself, all right? Okay, so again, laying the foundation. Who are you writing for? Why are you writing this? What is your focus? Meaning, is it going to be an autobiography, a full life story where you share things that have happened throughout your entire life? Or maybe you want to focus on one specific thing. Like right now, I'm editing for our client, Miss Willie. She graduated from the Legacy Story Keepers Academy in our past graduation, just the past one that just passed. And now she wants to turn her story into a published book. And it's her life story, but she's focused on her divorce from her husband of however many years it was. They have 5 kids, right? So that's what she's focusing on, is focused on the divorce and the heart work that she did after the divorce, right? So you all have a life, but there may be a specific portion of your life or a specific lesson that you learned that you really want to focus in on. And for those of you who are writing the life stories of your loved ones, it may also be the same, right? There may be something that you're very interested in their life, and that's what you really want to pull out. So think about that at the beginning, right? What is your focus? Do you want to do a full thing, or do you want to focus on one specific part? Okay. All right. So what I want you all to do right now, quick 30 seconds. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. What's your why? Why do you want to do this? Whether you're doing it for you or your loved one, why? Why do you want to do it? Okay. Why do you want? That's all I want you to do right now. Is think right in your chat, right in the chat. Why do you want to do this? Okay. That's the only question I want you to answer right now. Why do you want to do it? Why? All right. So I see for my family and my community, but why? Why even still for your family and your community? That's cool. Why is it important for your family and your community? Is there a particular thing that you feel that your family and your community will learn from your story? Right? Is there something that you know that you've gone through that could help somebody else? Right? Why? For myself, therapy. I love this, Miss Lysandre, because y'all, life story writing is one of the most powerful personal development tools that we have. It can literally help you to rewire yourself and the way that you move through life through the process of assessing your memories and looking at your life from the mountain type of view. Looking at all the little valleys that you went through. Oh, I went up right there, and then I went down over there, and then I went around over here. When you look at your life from that mountaintop view, it builds empathy, it builds understanding, it builds forgiveness, it builds strength. So it is definitely a gift for yourself as well. So thank you. I'm so glad that she said that. It'll be helpful to others. Healing, Miss Selena, telling my story so that it may help someone to have a written record for future generations. Written record for future generations. Miss Akua, for my family and community, because it will explain who I am and why I made the decisions I made and how I continue to live. This is one of the biggest things that we find doing this work. A lot of adult children don't know why their childhoods were in some ways. And I'm not talking about just bad stuff, just in general. They don't know why their parents made certain decisions and how those decisions came about and how it affected them. So, a lot of times, reading the life stories of their adult parents helps them understand their own lives. It is so deep. It is so deep. So, yes, this is Miss Amina Adcock, and I'm just sharing her right here because her why was to be able to utilize her poetry and help other women who go through different periods of trauma to come out of it. She used her story for them to come out of it, right? And it's doing its job. So it was healing for her, but also for others. So you want to be clear on your why. Now, after you got your why and stuff set, right? We're laid that foundation. I is for interviewing and doing the inventory and investigating. So in this part, we start to actually pull in the memories and such. I may pull in memories through photos. This is something I have to use a lot because my mind doesn't really I don't remember a lot. I have to like trigger my mind, right? So we have to sometimes use memory triggers. like photos, okay? Like photos. Now, in this I time, we can also do interviews. Start to pull in information through interviews. And we start to investigate and start to do what we call like our core dump memories. Now, let me talk to you real quick about core memories, okay? Core memories. Core memories. What I say, core memories, not just all memories, because we lived a lot of years and I can't include all those years in your life story. I can't. We just can't. It's too much, right? And this is the big mistake that a lot of people try to do. They try to write an 800-page autobiography, and it ends up being overwhelming, just like this little poor sheep that was found carrying too much wool from over the years. It's too much. Nobody's going to read all that. And then also for you, you cannot write all of that. So instead, what you want to do when you're looking at preparing for a life story is you want to go and focus on the moments that matter most. So we want to share the story so that it can be focused and concise, so that it can be short and sweet, because that is going to be far more enjoyable than some overwhelming big, 800-page autobiography that's like, oh my God, ain't nobody going to read all that. All right. So let me tell you how I learned this. And this was the gentleman that taught me this lesson, because I published his first book 10 years ago. We just did his second book. If any of you all have like followed me or you follow me on social media or such, last week, 2 weeks ago, I was doing the book signing for this client here for his second book. And it was a beautiful occasion. And I was so thankful and so honored that we were able to help him bring it forward. He cried, I cried, the whole audience. There was not a dry eye in the house, right? But it was like that because he had been collecting these thoughts and such for years. When I first met him, he had stacks upon stacks of manila folders of just ideas and things that come to him over the years. And he said, I want to write a book. I don't know how to do it at all. So I had to go through these materials. Well, my team went through these materials. I have a team of ghostwriters and editors and such. So it wasn't just me, my team, right? My team, we went through his materials. And what we were able to pull out was that his true story, the thread that he really wanted to pull, was centered around him and his immigration story, moving from India to the United States, and then losing himself spiritually, gaining himself spiritually again, and how he can help other people who are on that wishy-washy spiritual path and feel off. That's really what he wanted to talk about. But if we had given somebody this whole stack of manila folders with all these notes, would anybody be able to pull that out or get that lesson? No, not at all, right? So we had to focus in on what are the pivotal moments, the core memories that really moved his life forward. So for you all, when you're deciding what's going to go in the life story, you too are going to do a pivotal moment exercise, and you're going to start to pull out the core memories, the things that rise to the top, the most salient memories. We're going to pull those out. And that's what we're going to build as the structure for your life story, so that we don't get caught trying to cram 90 years of memories into one volume. It's too much, right? It's absolutely too much. Okay. Now, real quick, I'm not going to go into this right now because I don't have a lot of time to cover this in depth. This is why we have our academy. We go into it. But for those who are doing interviews, I want you to understand that it's very important that you approach your interviews as an outsider, not someone that's coming in to kind of interrogate the person that you're interviewing. This is a big mistake that some people do when they're coming in to do some life stories. I've had some people say, I keep asking my grandmama, but she don't want to talk. She don't want to talk. Or my daddy says he don't want to tell me about anything that happened in the past. And a lot of times it's because you're approaching them in a way that makes them put the wall up and the guard up instead of feeling like they're in a safe space where they can share without judgment. So this is a skill for sure. There are some things you have to learn in order to do interviews properly, but I really want you all to consider right now that if you're going to do some interviews for this life story work, you're not coming in as an interrogator. You're not on Law and Order. You are not a lawyer. You are a loved one. And you're coming in just to document and understand from their perspective. All right. They have the ownership. They have the power, not you. Okay. All right. So what was that? That was I, right? That's I. Now stay with me. I told you I had to make, acronyms so I can remember. LIF. F is where we actually finish the draft. And naturally, this is where a lot of people get stuck. And it's not because they don't know what to write per se, but it's because they're overthinking it and they feel like they need to write 500 pages and they actually don't. Okay. So, guess what we developed for our life story writing method? It is based off of one of my editors who used to say, Zarina, how do you eat an elephant? His name was Omar. May God have mercy on his soul. We lost him last year. Young guy too. So he used to say, Zarina, how do you eat an elephant? And the first time I was like, I don't know, bro. I ain't never thought about eating an elephant, And he said, one bite at a time. And that's how we write life stories, one memory at a time. So in our process, we work on getting our life stories done in 90 days so that you can get back to life and you can cross it off the list and say, hey, I did it. God has been telling me to do this thing for a long time and I did it. Not forever. I want you to be able to do it and get it done. So we do this one memory at a time. Okay, one memory at a time. So that means while we're going through life, early childhood, we focus on what are the pivotal memories there? Our home environment, going to school, getting our first jobs, big mistakes that we made, big lessons that we learned, pivotal people who were integral in our story, right? We get those big things and we write them out one memory at a time. And then when we have all of these Lego blocks of memories there, then we put them together. And this, my friends, allows us to take a whole life and create a beautiful life story that can help somebody else, that can guide someone else, that can inspire someone else, whether it be to do this or don't do this, right? And without us being overwhelmed or stuck in writer's block. So everything that I'm teaching you here today is not by theory. This is by experience. This is the method that I have developed since working with book writing and first-time authors since 2009. There are things that I've learned and there are things that we now do because of our previous experiences. Like everybody, right? When you learn some things, you improve. So the method that I'm teaching you, we have improved upon year after year after year after year. And this is how I'm able to help our people go from just having an idea, like Sister Linese. She came in, she said, I want to write about, my journey through the Nation of Islam. Got a lot of memories, In order for her to get to having her story done, we had to walk through a process, right? We had to even remove some of the self-inhibiting things that we put on our own selves at times as well. This is how we get it done. Okay. Same thing for Sister Mardine. She was like, I want to talk about my 5 mothers, but it got a little bit tough emotionally at times, and we had to work through some things, right? In order for her to be able to pass this story down for her children. So the process that I'm sharing with you, it may seem very simple, but it's powerful and it is by experience, okay? All right. So what did I say? I said we write the draft one memory at a time. So F was for finishing the draft. Finish. See that word finish? Finish. And this is important because you can start, but I want you to finish. That's why we're all here. Not just to start and say, oh, no, I want you to finish it, get it done. Okay. So now we're on E, L-I-F-E. E is to edit and embellish the story. Now, why do we need to edit and embellish the story? Whether you are a professional writer or not, your first draft is going to be wrinkled. It's not going to be perfect. And that is completely fine because you don't throw away a wrinkled shirt when it comes out of the wash, do you? No. What do? You get your iron out and you iron it. Same thing we're going to do to your first draft, okay? We're going to smooth the language. We're going to fill in the gaps. You're going to add in your jewelry, your photos, the quotes, maybe some dialogue, little touches that make it really feel like it's you, okay? So don't go for perfection with your first draft. Go for truth. Go for honesty. Go for authenticity. Go for meaning. That's where you focus when you're working on good life stories. Truth, authenticity, meaning, not perfect grammar. Don't let that trip you up. And I'm telling you all because a lot of people come to me and say, I'm not a writer. I feel like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? You don't need to be a writer. First of all, you need to be someone that has the desire to tell your story. And if you've ever told a story to a friend, a loved one over a cup of coffee or something, you tell them, well, what happened yesterday? Oh, such and such and such and such happened. Oh, well, how did you feel? I felt, then you can do this. All right. You can do this, okay? So that is how we get to become our official legacy story keepers. We go through this process, LIFE, laying the foundation, doing our interviews, investigating, pulling the memories together. Then we write it out memory by memory, right? And this keeps us sane. Keeps us sane, not writer's block. And then we edit and embellish it and make it all pretty and such. When you do that with us, we call you a legacy story keeper. We are the modern day griots. Now, some of you all may be familiar with the term griot, some of you all may not, but I call all of my authors modern day griots. Griot is a West African term for the keepers of the stories. They are the professionals who tell each individual the lineage of their family, right? They keep those stories. We are now becoming the modern day griots. I don't know why it's you, but you are the historians, right? You are the ones who have been called to do this work, and it is extremely important work, right? It's extremely important work. So all of our clients, when they finish, we call them legacy story keepers, okay? Now, the reason why I say it's important is because most of us have some experience that if you shared that experience, it could help someone else live their life a little bit easier. Okay? It can help someone else live their life just a little bit easier. So, life story work is not just about where you've been, what you did. Like I said, it's not just a resume or a CV. It's about the meaning and the lessons so that somebody else can hopefully learn that a little bit and do their life a little bit easier. Okay. All right. So that's what we've done here. So far today, you've learned about life story writing, right? You've learned about our life story keeping process. LIFE. I should do a pop quiz. Pop quiz, you guys. Tell me what LIFE, in your own words, what it stands for, right? I want someone just to give me tell me about our process, what LIFE, just real quick. Don't overthink it. And you're going to hear me say that a lot in our programs. Like, don't overthink it. Don't try to perfect it. Literally just get it down, right? And you can, change it later. So I want someone to tell me what LIFE is. That's our life story keeping process, right? And if you take away one thing from learning what you've learned here today, what I want you to know is this: it does not require a lot of time. What it requires is focused and intentional time. What I mean is that someone who says, I'm going to do my life story, I'm going to sit down and from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. every day, I'm just going to go in there, I'm just going to write, I'm just going to knock it out, right? Those people who come in without a process and without structure end up burnt. They end up burnt, okay? And they end up usually looking like this dude right here. You, with the process and with structure, can get more done in a targeted 20-minute writing session than someone like this gets done in 2 hours without structure and without knowing what they're doing, how to use the time effectively. All right. So it's very important that you understand when you target and you use these small amounts of time in an effective way, you can actually get a lot done. Okay. And that's how we are able to help our people go and take their idea and use 90 days and get to a finished draft, a fully finished draft. All right. Let me see. Lay out the meaning. Yes. Inventory of core memories. Yes. Finish the draft with truth and meaning. Yes. Edit it. Get it, Miss Lee. Yes. Get it. Yes, Sister Akua, you got it. Good. All right. Those two have said that you all have been paying attention. So I'm excited about that. All right. So that's what I want to share with you all today on the process. Now, as I promised earlier, I'm also going to share with you how we do this in our academy, how we hold your hand through this process so that you're not alone. Okay. So that you can actually get it done with small targeted chunks of time and get to the finish line of having your own life story completely written and done. Okay? That means you have a completed life story written. So, drum roll, please. I'm going to tell you all about our Legacy Story Keepers Academy. All right, our Legacy Story Keepers Academy. Have any of you all heard about our academy before? Is that why? I know some people come here just to know what the academy is and how they can join the next group that's coming in. So, what our academy is, our Legacy Story Keeper Academy, is a 90-day process that helps you to get your story written. Okay. So I want to give you like a bird's eye view of the journey that you're going to go on with us. So we take those 4 steps, that LIFE, and we break it down over the course of 12 weeks, 90 days, so that you're able to complete your story. Now, each of the sections of that process is broken down and you have entryways into it. Let me just make it simple. So the 3 components of the full program are: 1, the course. I got to show you what to actually do. So if you only have 20 minutes, I got to be able to tell you, this is how you use this 20-minute time. Okay. So the way that I've done that is that I put together a full course, online course, that you can come in at 3 in the morning, or you can come in at 3 in the afternoon. And you come in and you get to go exactly to where you are in the process and pull out the course, watch a little short video on that, and get that week's assignment done. All right. So that's the course. The course covers interviewing. It covers how to pull out the pivotal moments. It covers how to deal with the emotional aspects of writing. It covers how to focus on with this memory, this memory. It also covers how to make your writing sound good, right? Like how to add dialogue, how to add emotion, all that kind of stuff. All of that is in the actual course. Now, when you invest in the program and you become a legacy story keeper, you learn how to do this writing and you get the formal process, you're going to get lifetime access to the course. Anything I add, you're going to get that in the course. All right. So that's the base of the program. Now, I could leave you alone and say, hey, go write it. You got the course, you can do it. And you could, but I told you that we're going to hold your hand. I didn't say wave at you while you do it by yourself. I said, I'm going to hold your hand. So the second part of the program, when you invest in the program, is that you're going to get to come in and have live coaching. All right. Live coaching sessions is our way of allowing you to ask your questions and get feedback. So if you ever get stuck, or you ever wonder, should I talk about this, or should I put both of these in there? We have weekly sessions where you get to come in and ask questions. You get to come in and read out a part of your work and get immediate feedback from myself or one of our writing coaches. Okay. Do y'all like this Q&A part? How many of you all think it's useful to have a real coach that's actually listening to you and answering your questions, right? It's deep. So I could have done it just with the course alone, but I decided that we're going to actually give real live sessions. So that's the second part of the program, live coaching. When you invest in the program, you're going to get 24 live coaching sessions. 24 live coaching sessions. All right. Now, some of you all may say, I don't know what my schedule is going to be. Like, what if I can't make it? Da, 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 da. Guess what? Every session is actually recorded. And you also get to come into our private Facebook group where you can put your questions and we will answer your questions in the next class so you can get the recording specifically for you. So if you ever can't come to the live class, don't actually worry because we've already thought about that for you. We try to think about every possible scenario so that we can support you with getting this done. All right. So you get live coaching. Okay. You get live coaching from myself and then also our coaches. Okay. Now that's two beautiful things that you get with the Academy, but I want to tell you about the others who are in the program. We call ourselves the Cousins Collective. So when you come into Legacy Story Keepers, you also are a member of the Cousins Collective. You're cousin now. You're cousin, right? And with the Cousins Collective, these are the other people who are doing their stories, right? All of the people who graduated before, whether they put it in book format or not. Because let me be real clear. Some people say, does the program include publishing? It does not. I don't care if you publish the book for the world. Some of you I know only want your family to learn of your story. You get to choose that. The people that I'm showing, like when I showed this book, she chose to publish it, right? And so after the Academy, she went on to do the second step, which was publishing. You do not have to publish at all. Miss Mardine did not publish for the world. She published for her girls, right? So anyway, everybody who is in the program, they become your cheerleaders. They become your accountability partners. They become your reviewers. They become your confidants. They become the people who pat you on the back. They become the people who help you get to the finish line. And they are some amazing people. Everybody, I am so thankful. Everybody that has come to the program and actually invested, they have all been amazing people. Like you all here who are coming to this class, I don't know what it is, but I guess the people who value family and value heritage have kind of like good hearts. So I've been extremely grateful that I've had like really good clients. Like I love you guys. I really do. Because it can be hard to have a business and you don't like your clients. Like, have you ever had like people that like always, I don't have to worry about that. And I'm so thankful for that because I don't think I could do this if I had that type of. Anyway, I digress. But the people in the program are beautiful. They will become your supporters, your reviewers, your accountability partners, and such, right? And so that when you finish writing your life story, it is a gift that you're passing to yourself and then also to the others, right? So whether you're writing your own story or your loved one's story, what you're doing is really a gift. Okay. So those are the three pillar parts of the Life Story Academy. Is this clear so far? Do you all see what it is that you get when you invest in the program? All right. You get the full course. The course is an online course. You log in and you get access to all of the portal, the questions, and the course lessons and such. And I do it that way so that everybody across the globe, whether they want to come in at 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, they can get access to the materials. If they're waking up in the middle of the night, they like, oh, I gotta write. What do I write? I want them to be able to log in right then, not wait to one of our live sessions and feel like, they lost the momentum. So that's why we have the online portion of the course. It is very good, if I do say so myself, and we're actually even improving it. For the next cohort that's coming up, I'm actually going to be teaching it a new version live. This, I don't normally do this. So I'm teaching a new version live and we're re-recording all of the course materials. Super dope. So those of you who are interested, like this is the time to come in. So anyway, you get the course, you get the community, everybody else that's in the program, right? And then you also get 90 days of live coaching. 24 times you get to meet with myself and my coaching team. All right? That sound good? That sound good? That sound good? All right. So now, what's your question? You may be saying, okay, this sounds really good. This is good. How do I actually join? Let's see. First of all, is anybody interested? And does anyone have any questions so far about what the program entails? I want to make sure that I'm very, very clear because I just like that. I just like clarity. So I want to make sure that I'm very clear. Does the course edit your draft? No, Miss Alicia. And if it's Alicia, please forgive me. I'm going to call you Miss Lee because I have friends that spell it the same way. Some of them say Alicia and some of them say Alicia. So I don't know which one yours is yet. So Miss Lee, the program gets you to a finished self-edited draft. Finished self-edited draft. So that means I walk you through our process of editing and we teach you how to write your life story and we hold your hand while you're doing the process of writing your life story. That is what the academy does, right? That's what the academy does. Okay, thank you. That's what the academy does. Now, if you are someone that says, Zarina, I want your team to just do it all for me, I want to pay more because you're gonna invest more for our team to do it all for you, but I want you all to do it all for you. Then you come into the academy and then you upgrade to our done for you, and we will either ghostwrite the book for you or we will do the editing and such. Yeah, that was a good question. Very good question. Thank you. Everybody, bring your questions. Don't hold anything back. Any questions you all have, bring them forward. You get 90-day access or lifetime access to the online course. So Laura, you get lifetime access to the course itself, the online course. You're going to get that forever. What the reason I do that is because some of you all may decide you want to do your life story and then you want to come back and do somebody else's life story. Some of you all may do your aunt and your uncle or whatever, and you get 90 days of live coaching with your investment here. But the course, I want you to be able to have, lifetime access to that. So I'm adding lifetime access to the online portion of the course. You get lifetime access to that. Okay. And the investment comes with a limited amount of live coaching. You get 24 sessions. So that's 90 days of live coaching. Okay. All right. Hopefully that's clear. Let me know if that is clear. Okay, so yes. Okay, good. Okay, so what does it look like for the investment for the program? Now, our program, you can actually start today for just $300, right? $300 is where you're going to learn how to become a legacy story keeper. You're going to learn the full process of life story writing. You're going to be able to complete your life story or the life story of someone that you love, and indeed learn how to be a modern day griot. Okay, you're going to learn how to be a modern day griot. Now, what the full investment is, you have $300 deposit down, which gets you started today. The full investment is $19.97, or you can do a payment plan option. So when you go to the page, and then Michelle, can you drop the enrollment, because I'm going to give them a fast action bonus in a second, but just drop the enrollment link for me, legacystorykeepers.com/enroll, and so they can go there and see the payment plan options and such. But I'm going to give them the fast action bonus in a second. So anyway, that's what it is. $300 to get started, $19.97 full pay, and there's some other payment plan options on the screen. All right, so now I want to share with you all some of the bonuses, and then I'm going to give you a fast action in a second. So I want to share with you all some of the bonuses that you get with the program, because I know, becoming a modern day griot, I know learning how to be a legacy story keeper, I know that in and of itself is dope. But we're in a time right now. How many of you all have heard of Chat GPT or Claude? Any of you all heard of any of these AI tools that are out right now? Now, some of y'all may say AI, I love it. Some of you all may say, I hate it. It's like the devil. You do not have to use it at all. All right. You do not have to use it at all. But as some people often say, like, but Zarina, what if I don't have a lot of time at all? Right. So I already told you that I'm going to show you how to just take like 20 minutes and really be focused with that. But what I've done now as well is that we've put together a whole AI writing and editing toolkit and training that I have invested now thousands of dollars into learning AI so that I can bring it back to you all here. So I'm super excited about this, if y'all can tell. And I'm still learning. Like, I had already put together a training for this, and AI is literally changing every single day that I have to update it. So I'm updating it. Some of you all want to learn how to use AI, and I've put together a special training for this program here. So now I can teach you how to speak your book out. You don't even have to type anymore. How to speak it out, and then the AI tools will edit it and put it into story format for you. So you don't have to worry about any of the grammar at all. Like, it literally will clean it up. But the way it's special is that I've trained it using my methodology. So I'm not going to go too deep, because I know I can start getting technical and all of that. Don't worry about it. Just know that if you want to learn how to use AI, I have put together a special AI program inside of this, and it's specifically for life story writing. So I've been in AI trainings, I've been going to boot camps, I've been taking all of the classes and such, paying so that I could do this on the best way, right? And so you all are going to get our bonus. I'm giving it to you all for becoming members in the Legacy Story Keepers. You're going to get our AI training, all right? This is really cool. Do you have to use it? No, not at all. In fact, if you're not a techie person at all, you don't have to worry about that, right? You can actually still get this done without using a lot of tech at all. All right. So that's bonus number one. Now, the other thing that I put together is that so who asked me? Somebody else asked me about editing earlier, right? Do you do this? I told you I have a team of ghostwriters, editors, all of the things, right? When people come in and they hire us to do their ghostwriting services straight up, they start at like 25K and go up. So I put this program as a group program so that people who may not want to invest 25K or cannot invest 25K can still get this done with quality, right? But as a bonus, what I've done is taken some of the tools that I use with our ghostwriting clients, and I put those into a secret writer vault for you all here as well. So in the group program, right? Those of you who like writing in groups and you want to do it, together, you are also going to have access to some of the same templates that I use with our private clients as well. All right. So that is another bonus that you all get with being in the Legacy Story Keepers. And the third thing is that I am bringing in a series of guest experts. So we've already had 3 experts that have come into the Life Story Academy. One, we brought in Anika Khan. She is a genealogist who was trained by some of the same people that Henry Louis Gates, you know that dude, right? Y'all know him, Finding Your Roots. So some of the same folks that trained him, Anika Khan, came in and did a special genealogy class for us, right? We had Terry White, who is a caregiving specialist. She came in and did a class for us. And then we also had, Tanisha. She came in and did a special class for us around how to organize your home and such so that we don't have 90 years of stuff in our house. You ever heard of the Swedish death cleanse, like where you try to clean up your house so that when you pass, you're not, I know it can sound morbid, but does stay with me, y'all. Anyway, she did some special stuff on that. So I bring in different experts on complementary topics, and they all have their own programs. They all have their own things, but I like to bring them in here. I invest in them to come to here and teach us. So periodically we have guest instructors, and you get to come to those as well, right? You get to come to those as well. Now, is anybody worried about the 90 days? Anybody worried that, oh my God, can I actually do my story in 90 days? I wish I had Miss Sharon's testimonial right up right here. I'm going to add this. Michelle, make a note for me, please. I'm going to add it when I do this presentation again, because Miss Sharon said the same thing. She was like, I don't know if I was actually going to be able to get this done. But with the support and the structure, she got it done, right? In the time, because we know what we're doing. However, guess what? For those of you who join fast, I call this our fast action bonus. What if I told you that I'm going to gift you an additional 90 days of live coaching? What this means is that you don't have to worry at all, right? I already have the structure. We've already laid everything out. But if you're like, what about this? Or what about that? Or guess what? You're going to get an additional 90 days of live coaching. But for this, you have to put your deposit down today. Your deposit, $300, has to be down today. So whether you do full pay or deposit, it has to be in today for you to get this fast action bonus. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's a fast action bonus for those of you who are a little bit concerned about the time and such. I'm making it super easy for you. Super easy for you. All right. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to come in to more questions. Just put your questions down and I will answer all of your questions. I see some coming in. Put them down. I'm going to make sure I answer all your questions. And I will tell you guys, use me. Y'all ever heard Oprah say that? Oprah had this saying. I used to have it in one of my presentations, but she used to have this saying, a prayer. It was like, oh God, use me, use me for your will. So I pray that as well. And I pray that that is really what you all are doing here right now too. Like you're allowing God to use you. And I'm sorry for those of you who maybe use the word universe. You can substitute God for whatever you feel. I use the word God, you can use whatever you use. Universe, whatever, right? you're being used for good, right? You're allowing this desire to do this work to pull something together that can be beneficial for your family, your bloodline, and then also others, right? You're being used for good, which is a benefit. It's a beautiful thing. So the legacy story keepers, Sister Akua is already in it. Sister Zenoria, we got my sister Zenoria. Sister Z, I wish that I could bring you up so you could tell them how the experience is. I'm gonna see, or just maybe type it into the chat. Sister Zenoria is finishing up her story with us right now, and I'm super excited. If that's the same Sister Zenoria, she is finishing up right now. Okay, so recap, you guys. I want to recap. I like to be super clear of what the program entails. This is very important for me. And I like to make sure that the people who come into our program, this is probably why we have such good clients, because they know what they're coming into, right? So the Legacy Story Keepers is our academy, our group program, our hand holding experience for you to write a complete life story draft in 90 days. That is my promise to you. I'm teaching you and I'm holding your hand so that you can get it done in 90 days. Now, as I mentioned, for those of you who are like, "Ooh, I feel like I need a little bit of leeway," put your deposit of $300 down today and you're going to get an additional 90 days. So the core parts of the program, you're getting the online course, lifetime access to the online course. You're getting live coaching. You get 90 days of live coaching. Put your deposit down today, you get 180 days of live coaching, right? You also get your first membership in the Cousins Collective. That's our group that are doing this work together. You get membership in that as well. You get my secret vault of templates and tools and time hacks that I use for our ghostwriting clients. You get that in this group experience. You also get the AI training and you get access to all the guest experts. All right. So that is the full Legacy Story Keepers Academy. My job is to help you get your story done. All right. My job is to help you get your story done. Now, any questions? Let me see. Can we use real names in our autobiography? Yes, you can utilize real names in your autobiography. You can also utilize, you can change names, right? So if you want to change the name of your neighbor who lived next door to you or whatever, you can change the name as well. But in the beginning, you want to put a little disclaimer. So in the class, we actually talk a lot about how do you protect people that you may not want to expose all the way, right? Sometimes there are some things you may not want to discuss fully, or some people that you want to kind of keep them anonymous. Like, how do you do that? We go in depth in that. Latanya, let me put the link up so that you can actually do it. I'm gonna put the link up. Saved. Okay, here we go. All right, so the link is up there. Okay, Sister Zenoria. Yes, that is her. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm happy that you're able to use your bonus days. Good, 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 good. All right, you all. So I know some people want to hear from other folks who have done some things with us, right? Like, what is the feeling of the program? So here's Dr. Camelia Strong, and this is what she said in her words about one of our other writing programs. She said, "Wow, what can I say? Zarina's program has been one of self-discovery and growth. Her level of patience and kindness, coupled with the ability to be firm and hold one accountable to do what is required to be successful as an author, made the program more valuable than what I was required to pay." So anybody, you can find her on Facebook and inbox her, or LinkedIn or something, and she will give you a little bit of background about her experience, because she came into one of our other writing programs and now took what she learned and has been just a self-publishing queen. She now has 2 books that she did from that, right? Now, Here is one of our legacy writing folks, Sister Simea and Stephanie Flowers. So she lives overseas. She runs a school, and still she was able to get this done by being focused and by having support, right? Brother Fahim Shuaib, he said, you think about, when am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? What is it going to take to do it? And he said, all of that worry, anxiety, doubt, frustration, hesitation, and procrastination goes out when you have a team like Zarina Elamine. I just love the alliteration and the rhyming in this. He said, I encourage everybody to take advantage of her services. He is from Oakland, California. Now, all of my clients are amazing, and if you want to go and reach out to them, they are more than happy to tell you about their experiences. And I'm saying that because there's a lot going on in the world right now. And sometimes you just don't know. Are people real? Are they not? Right. So for those of you who are on the fence and you're not quite sure, like, is this real or is it not? Thankfully, my clients have been okay with you going out and speaking with them. So you're very welcome to reach out to any of them and ask them questions. Also, when you go to our page, you will be able to scroll down and you'll be able to see testimonials and videos from other people who were in the same shoes that you're in. So you can listen to them, right? Listen to them. Okay. So once you go to the page, legacystorykeepers.com/enroll, you're going to be able to put down your deposit and you will get immediate access to the program. Okay. Now, you're going to check your spam and your promotions folder. So when you check your spam, once you put down your deposit, or you can also do the full pay. When you do the full pay, you save some money, right? So when you, however you decide that works for you, you're going to check your spam and your promotions folder, and you're going to see Legacy Story Keepers, right? And when you see that, then that's going to give you access to the portal. And when you log in, you're going to see start here. And that's where you start. That's where you start. It's going to say start here, and that's where you start. All right. All of the details about our live sessions, all of that is in there. And so you will be getting more emails from us. We're adding some additional things. You'll get emails from us for the schedule, all of that. But the main thing is getting your deposit in and getting into your email. Check your spam, check your promotions folder. If you don't see it, then email us at legacy@legacystorykeepers.com, and my team will make sure that we get you in. All right, my team will make sure that we get you in. So when I was doing this program, I had two choices. I could just do the course and leave it alone and say, hey, go write your life story. I put together this amazing course. Or I can hold your hand and walk you through the process, which is what I chose to do. It takes more time from me. It takes more time from my editors. It takes more time for us to organize it. But I felt that it was the stronger way to really help you get it done. You too have two choices. You can keep saying one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Or you can thank God for today and you get the support you need and you can finally get it done. All right. So the truth of the matter is that we don't have forever, but what we do have is right now. So this is your moment to take action, create something that will impact generations to come. All right. You can do this. You can do this. Miss Lori, you said you don't see the promotion, the link. So you should see on your page, on your screen, image that looks like our logo, or in the chat you see legacystorykeepers.com/enroll. You can see that as well. You can see that as well. All right. So if there are any other questions, drop those into the chat box as well, and I will answer those questions. But I have one more thing that I wanted to share, and this is just a gift from you to me for staying all the way to the end of the program, end of the session today. So if you type in legacy on the page when you enroll, it will give you a secret discount. So go to legacystorykeepers.com/enroll. When you go there and you type in legacy on the coupon code line, and it will give you a special discount. All right. It will give you a special discount. So type in legacy, Miss Baldwin, and it will give you a special discount. And then, like I said, you'll get the emails and you will be able to start here. All right. All of the live sessions and such, you got a little bit of time so you can organize your life and get everything set, and you'll be able to come to the live sessions ready to go. Okay, let me see any other questions that came in that I need to answer. I don't see any. I'm scrolling up. Michelle, did I miss any questions? I don't know if I missed any questions or not. But what I want you all to do is go over to legacystorykeepers.com/enroll. Do your deposit. If you can do the full pay, do the full pay, because you will save some money, and you'll also get access to our full pay bonus. Miss Akua, you have that actually. It's a gift. It's coming later. You have that actually as well. And those of you who put your deposit down by today, remember what you see. You are also going to get 90 additional days of coaching. All right. So, love you all. It's been a plum pleasing pleasure, like Les Brown says. I'm excited for you all who are coming into the academy. I'm excited for you all to learn the life keeping, story keeping process here today. Any questions, drop us an email at legacy@legacystorykeepers.com. I would love for you all to also let us know something you took away from today. This is very important, you all. I need to know that what I'm sharing with you is useful. It's difficult enough being here in my room talking to a screen and I can't hear from you. The only way I can get interaction is from you all either typing into the chat and letting me know, hey, I learned ABC, or sending us a message on email or something to let us know, commenting on something we put on Facebook or whatever. But I need to be able to hear from you all that you learned something from this presentation. Okay, it keeps me motivated, it keeps me going and such. Oh, thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for coming. We got to get your daddy's story done. So let me know. All right, you all. Love you. Have an amazing day. And let's become legacy story keepers. Bye, everybody.